Hi, today is September 7th, and it is day 7 of my 365-day series of going through Henry Blackaby's book, Experiencing God Day by Day. Today's title is titled, Long Enough on the Mountain. Deuteronomy 1 verse 6 says, "The Lord our God spoke to us at Horeb. You have stayed on this mountain long enough." If God allowed us to live on the mountaintop, we would not experience trials, but neither would we achieve any victories. The Israelites had gathered at the foot of Mount Horeb while God spoke to them and gave them his law. It was a breathtaking experience. Fire and smoke covered that awesome mountain, lightning flashed, and loud trumpet sounds pierced the air in a deafening crescendo. The ground at the foot of the mountain shook, and the people trembled in fear. As important as it was for God's people to have this inspiring encounter with him, their Lord had not rescued them from Egypt in order for them to settle around a mountain in the wilderness. God delivered them so that they could conquer the promised land. God wanted to demonstrate his power to the Israelites so that they would trust in him in their conquest of Canaan. Finally, God announced that they had been long enough at the mountain. It was time to go to battle. The mountain is an enticing place to set up camp. Peter, James, and John were prepared to reside on the Mount of Transfiguration with Jesus, but their Lord knew that a demon-possessed boy needed their assistance down below. At times, God will graciously provide you a mountaintop experience. These times come in many settings: during your time alone with him, at a Christian conference, by reading a Christian book, or at a prayer meeting. You may wish you could spend the rest of your life basking in the glow of your encounter with God, but remember, these mountaintop encounters are God's way of preparing you for the battles that await you. This devotional is pretty important. A lot of us, our goal is to achieve a place where we can stop and rest and then just enjoy the rest of our lives. In the US here, it's retirement. But, God doesn't want us to necessarily just do that. He really wants us to enjoy his glory and the way that he needs us to. It's not time for us to rest. It's always time for us to achieve God's plan for us. And for the Israelites, it was moving out of the wilderness and to battle for the promised land. And for Peter, James, and John, it was to go help a demon-possessed boy instead of staying on the mountain where they were safe and fine. In our own lives, I know it's hard. It's hard to do that. We always want to just find comfort, but this is a good reminder that God's plan is ever changing, and whatever he needs us to do, we should be called and answer. So thank you for listening, and God bless.